know, the structure is for fitting our enterprise into our organization, enterprise into our Oracle Cloud or whatever system we have, right? So in Fusion, the header goes to enterprise, and then ledger, and then legal entity, and then business unit, and then final inventory organizations. Inventory organization can be classified as into IMO and sub inventories also. Inventory master organization, sub inventories. So basically, the enterprise is a head. Like let's take an example of Tata Consulting. The Tata Group is a head. Tata may have different ledgers. Ledgers, why it will vary? It will vary based on around 4Cs, right? Whenever a change in any one of the Cs, it will vary. 4Cs are currency, our convention, accounting convention, our chart of account, and calendar. If any of the things varies, we have to go ahead with a secondary ledger option, right? So then legal entity. Legal entity is nothing but our legal registration, where we can capture our VAT or GST according to the country's legal requirement, legal regulation. We will capture. In legal entities, there are multiple options, more options like legal reporting units. Legal reporting units are there. Legal reporting units, in going for the session, you are jumping into the GL module, will tell you why, it will tell you a business scenario. I will explain a basic business scenario now, how we can use them. Legal entity is an option where we will give our registered name and our registration number, right? In some business cases, let's take a best example of our country, India. In India, there is a legal SGST and CGST concept. There's a state GST and CGST concept, right? So
Yes.
if you are running a business in multiple states, if you are running a business in 20 of the states in India, obviously whenever you want to register, you have to have different GST ins according to the states. The problem statement is from one of the customer is, see, I'm going to print my AR invoice with my GST in belongs to that business unit, and I have to give to my customer. Okay. But in our case, what happened? See, the legal entity is single. So we can capture only a single registration number. But in our case, there should be multiple registration numbers, correct? So what we will do, there is a one more setup called legal reporting units. The concept itself says legal recording unit, LRU. We will say as LRU. This is LE, legal entity, that is LRU. So there we can create 20 different LRUs, legal reporting units. So that 20 different LRUs we can create. While creating your business invoice, your basic legal entity will get defaulted, but your basic whatever a single, for example, your head office in Mumbai, that will get defaulted. If you want to change, if you click on the, if you go into the AR invoice number, there will be an option, the legal reporting, your registration number will be visible there. That will be printed in your invoice given to the customer also. There you can change your select your legal reporting unit properly, or there are options to default according to the business unit also. So that will be in detailed, we will discuss in the legal entities session. Then business unit. In business unit, if in EBS and other legacy systems, there will be an option. In general, other than Oracle, no one has a concept called business unit or operating units. Oracle has it. Why? Because it is for a purely security option. Like why my Mumbai business unit person want to seize the entries in my Chennai business unit, right? So that kind of security options can be used. Okay, that is the basic idea of business unit which Oracle brought into. And so in this business unit setup, what we will have, we can control like EBS. I don't know much on EBS options, but in Fusion we can control like this business unit only applicable for payables, only applicable for receivables, only applicable for expense or collections, whatever it is. There is a setup we can select. For example, this business unit only doing AP payments. They are not interested in selling anything. They are only interested in paying their suppliers. Another business unit will take care of customer processing and all. That option we can disable receivables, so that will not be available in your AR invoice while you create business unit LOV option. That business unit will not be available. And there are more options are there. We will discuss in detail. Inventory organization, it's a part of SCM. They will obviously create those. While creating inventory organization, manage locations. In some cases, if a customer is not implementing HCM, human capital management, they will come to us. We have to create the location. If they are not there, we have to create a location and give to them. The only part we will do in the part of inventory organization configuration, we will create a location, manage location from our side and give to SCM. This is about basic idea of our enterprise structure. In detail, I've just here I've just given an example saying it's an umbrella which other entities are supposed to be configured. This is an example of enterprise. Next is ledger. What is our ledger? Ledger is our main record keeping where required component of a configuration. Every accounting configuration will be sub-ledger transaction will be accounted in the ledger, right? Then is our legal entity. Legal entity in a Tata Group example, Tata Consulting Service is a different legal entity. Tata Motors is a different legal entity. They have registered different names. Where, for example, they have registered business in 100 entities. Also, we have to configure that in the system. So it's purely for taxation purpose. And this legal entity will also be a key thing for your balancing segment value. If you understand balancing, that will be based on balancing segment value only. We will create our balance sheets and profit and loss. Everything will be fetch data based on your balancing segment value only. That balancing segment value will be assigned to your legal entity. Then business units. Business unit where we physically run the business, which have the physical business functions, everything, and all will go in the business. Then finally, inventory organization to store all your item-specific transactions, right? In inventory, in general, what we will do, we will receive our shipment, we will issue our parts. In inventory organization, a store cooper, they may have an manufacturing unit may request raw materials to produce their finished goods. They will request from inventory organization, they will issue the parts. And whenever you are ordering from your supplier and you are issuing your shipments, you have to receive and assemble properly according to the lots. There will be lots, right? We cannot take the goods and put it in a chunk. There will be lot. This means like a supermarket. There will be each lot. This lot goes to chips. This lot goes to all those things will be arranged. These kind of transaction will be taken care of in inventory organization. Finally, this is one basic example of inventory organization structure. Tata Group is a head. They have a INR ledger and they have a USD ledger. They are also running business in US, so they are running USD ledger. The basic example, they are having two different entities. One is Motors, one is Steels. In Motors, they have two business units. They are running two business units, one in Kolkata and one in Delhi. Inventory organization, they have each inventory organization under every business unit. They are operating in New York. This is a basic example of interface structure. Okay. That's it about our interface structure. Now, what we look onto this concept, this is a conceptual wise. Let us now look into the fusion, how the cloud works, or the touch base and look and feel of the cloud, and then the setup list will be taken in the going when we jump to the GL sessions. We will I will tell you the clear what are the setups to be configured. Compared to the EBS, fusion is quite different. We cannot do everything in a single page. There is a different setups. We have to assign our legal entity properly to our primary ledger, and BSV should be assigned to your legal entity, or either we have an option of assigning to our primary ledger also. Unless like EBS, if you remember, there is a primary balancing segment. Here we have secondary balancing segment and third balancing segment also in our Oracle Cloud. We will touch base that also. We'll tell you how to assign our third balancing segment and secondary balancing segments also. We will see that also. Okay, there's a basic concept of enterprise structure. Okay, so let me jump into our introduction to our Oracle Fusion Cloud. The Oracle Fusion service-oriented platform and application suites is a next generation enterprise technology application and service, includes Oracle financial applications, middleware to change the dynamics in the application marketplace and relation business. This is a general overview about what is Oracle Fusion. Okay, here in the basic architecture of security has been completely changed in Oracle Cloud. See, Kamal, if you remember in EBS, you will have a concept called responsibilities, right? The response, if you have any doubts, you can stop me anywhere and we can break and continue.
Sure.
Okay. So in Oracle EBS, there is a concept called responsibility. We will assign a responsibility, data security policies to set will be there. For example, this particular responsibility should have only access to manage invoice. They should not have access to create invoice. So that kind of options will be handled in our EBS responsibility setup level. But here it is completely changed now. It is based on your roles. The Oracle will be given as a standard role for each and every module. For example, if you take general ledger module, there will be standard role called general accountant, general account manager. So the name itself says general account manager role will have more privileges, like canceling the journal, reversing the journal. Some privileges will be differs according to our role. And there will be a separate option called security console in our Oracle Fusion. In that security console, we can analyze our roles. We can compare the roles and see this role. General accounting manager has this access. General accountant has only this access. This doesn't have this access. So we can compare the role. In going further, we will go to the security console. I will tell you how to customize the role also, and we will touch base on how to compare the role and analyze. And if a customer asks you like how to, what is the difference between these roles, just give me an quite good Excel saying this has this privilege, this has this privilege. That can be done. We can compare the role, export to the Excel, and we can analyze in the Excel. That can be done. And customization also can be done. You can copy the role, and that role can be customized. Like for example, you don't want this particular person to create a journal, right? So you can remove the privilege. There is a role below that privilege is there, below the data security policy are there, functional security policy are there. We will deeply see in our security console session. Okay, so that can be that privilege can be removed, so that the person, the role has been assigned to a user, means that user cannot able to see the create invoice option. So that can be handled. So basically it's clearly role based, which enable you persuasive delivery in multiple models, device and channels. Okay, it's a role-based dashboard can be configured like in EBS and other legacy system. Dashboards, one of the beautiful options which Oracle has given. Let me show you what is dashboard. Each and every module, general accounting module, payable module, every module will have their own dashboards. Dashboards is nothing but it is your overview of your transactions. For example, you are a user. I am an accounts payable manager in a company. Okay, I need to see, right? I cannot go and run some report, or I can understand what all my holds. Instead of that, there will be a nice dashboard for me. Yes, see, invoice require my attention. Invoice require my approval. Pending approval from others. If you click on that, you can see the list. The rejected, what has been rejected, why, the reason and all. It will be inside this reason. We can see invoice, what are invoices and both. So the basic concept of dashboard across the modules is everything you can see over here, and they're given a beautiful Oracle given beautiful option to export. You can export to the Excel and analyze whatever you want. So then this one is payment process request. If in EBS also it is there. So the payment process request, what are the status? Stop my payment. I doesn't need to go into my payment dashboard and payment module and cancel my payment. I can cancel, stop request also. I can watch from here also. I can see supplier site on payment. So all these dashboards can be seen. This is general concept of dashboards Oracle Cloud provides you across the modules, and it can be customized also. Okay. This is a basic idea of a dashboard. And then search provides the application search is there. So for example, here there is a search. If I want to go to payable invoice or whatever it is, you can search here and you can create your payable, and you can search for peoples also. There is a Facebook, how we can connect with others within your organization. There is an inter chat communication between the Oracle Cloud itself. You can communicate with others also. This is purely configured by HCM, Human Capital Management. In general, this is a search option. Okay, so let us go here. So that's about in introduction. Then overviews, what all things will be provided. In our session, we will cover GL, payables, receivables, assets, expense collections, expense collection is not part here, sorry. And instead of expense and collection, we will cover intercompany module, intercompany transaction module as well. We will cover cash management. In cash management, we can load our bank statement through a different format files called MT940 format file. We can load that will be taken care, and subledger, tax and all we can see in our Fusion module. Okay. So as I told before, that is our control in Oracle Cloud is purely RBAC. Sorry, the terminology they have mentioned as RBAC. RBAC is nothing but role-based access control. So how it will help us, who can do what functions based on our set data, what condition approach, who is the user, all those options can be configured in our Oracle Fusion. So then next, these are our setups. One, general ledger modules, our chart of account value set, structure. These are the setups we have to do in our Oracle Fusion. Before moving into the setups, first I will show you how the Fusion looks. What is the touch base of the Fusion? Okay. In general, this is your login page. Okay, Kamal, is I'm fast or it's going good? Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now I'm now audible. Now you're audible.
Okay. Yeah, till now I was able to understand everything,
Nice.
and
Good.
yeah, the pace is
Okay.
also good, not so
Good.
fast.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So, okay. Now what we will see now is a basic touch base, the navigations, and what are the terminologies, what we call each and every navigation. The terminologies are key important thing. Why? Because when we are taking CRP sessions to our customers or clients, the terminologies, new terminologies will help you to make them understand and make them navigate also. So I will tell you each and every terminology. And this one, if you can see in general in our local language, we call it as burger icon. Okay. See, 3 lines, it's a burger icon, but Oracle terminology, it has been mentioned it as navigator. The navigator, you can see this one is called as springboard. Okay, this particular page is called as springboard. This springboard can be customized. Okay, the springboard absolutely can be customized. I will tell you how to customize. See, if you see here any a plus button here, just click on that. One more page will open. This page will open. If you don't want to see the sales and all, this is not appropriate for my usage. I don't want to see this one. Why I'm seeing sales, everything is because I have all the this is a demo instance, so we are having all the roles access. See, I can even see inventory module and all, so that's why we are seeing. In general, if you want to, you have a very basic payable management, you will have only access to AP and general ledger and some criteria. In that also, if you want to customize your springboard, you can just disable this option. Whatever you don't want to see and whatever you want to see, you can enable. That's a basic idea about this. And save and close. This is about customizing your springboard. This page, whatever we are seeing, is called as springboard. Okay, the springboard can be customized based on the user requirement. Okay, here also we can navigate. If I want to navigate to payables, I have to click this, go to my payables and navigate. And one more option is called as navigator. Here we cannot customize. This is Oracle standard, absolutely Oracle standard. We cannot do anything here. All the modules which you have access, you can see here. You can show less. For example, this is quite harder, right? You have to move. If you have more access, people will usually use this navigated burger icon. You can navigate to this. So payables, the same option which is available here will be available here also. You can use this. So this is springboard and this is your navigator. Then this is search option. If you search means a box will come here, we can do. And this is home page. You can either, if you want to come back to your home page, you can click on your Oracle logo. I mean your logo. This will be a demo instance. That is why it is mentioned it as vision. In real time, the customer logo can be done here. Okay. So if you want to come to home page, you can click this also, or either your home logo also. And then this is a bookmark, as how we use bookmark in our Chrome, right? You can use this bookmark. This is a watch list. Watch list is like your what kind of options you can do, means like payable dashboard is there, right? Like that watch list means See, you can see the options overall at this watch list itself. For example, I've seen I've showed you payable dashboard. There you saw what is my recur attention, detailed things, right? You can see here your overall watch list. You can see across the model. My this is AR, AP invoice, AP payments, my receipt advance, all those things watch list I can see. If you click on that, it will take you to the page wherever the detailed options are there. So the basic, the name itself says watch list. You can watch everything here in your watch list. Then this is called as bell icon, notification bell icon. This notification bell icon will give you information, notification, your payments has been approved. This need an approval. This asset has been added to your asset book. All those notification you can able to see it. Okay. And if you want to see more, you can click on show all. And there is an option called work list. This is watch list. This is work list. If you click on work list, it will take you to another page called BPM page, business process model. I will tell you that is that there where we will configure our approvals, journal approvals or AP approvals, whatever approvals in Oracle Cloud, we will configure in BPM. Okay, BPM work list. It will take you to this page, and this page will give you the views. What is my view, high priority, all those views it will give you here. Here, my task. What is my task pending on me? What are the tasks assigned to me and it is pending on me was saved. If approval is done, you can get the approval option is click on action, withdraw my approval, or approve it. All those options can be done here. My task into the administrative task. When we jump into BPM, you will see detail. Okay, this is a basic thing of your notification model. Then this one, the important option, I will tell you. This one it is called as settings and actions. This one, remember this, settings and actions. All those setups, whatever we do, we will come to this page. This is personalization, purely personalization page. This is also sandbox. There will be a sandbox will be covered also. Sandbox option will be, we can do edit pages. We can edit our pages. For example, edit our pages and remove this icon completely from this one. All those options can be done there. Okay. This will detail we will discuss this one. And one more nice option compared to EBS, the cloud has, if you remember in EBS, there will be flex fields, right? We will create some flex fields in some of our page. But what we will face challenging thing, when you just open the page, you cannot find in some cases they will show you under the additional information you can see. But in some pages, it will not show as an additional information at all. It will be very hard for you to find this is a flex field DFF. And also, while configuring your flex field, it will be very hard for you to find this page. What is the exact flex field name in the setup I want to configure? But it has been completely enhanced in our Oracle Fusion. This option, if you enable this option, highlight flex field, wherever page you are navigating, you will see the flex field. Flex field option has been enabled there. And also there will be a setup of small icon will be there. If you click on that icon, it will take you to the proper flex field setup, and there you can define your flex field or customize your flex fields and create your flex field, whatever can be done. So this is a nice enhancement which I personally like much in this Oracle Cloud. And then this is all troubleshooting, record issue, and prepare your diagnostic report. To if you raise a SR with your Oracle, they will require some reports, right? All those things can be done here. This is help icon. If you enable this help icon, if I'm going into invoice, any of the page, there will be a small icon, help icon will be question mark will be there. Okay. If I disable this, in every page it will be there. Not means all the pages will have some, there may not be help icon. If I unhide this help icon, that will be gone. So help icon will not be available. Show help icon, this will be available. And how this will be helpful, just this will navigate and take you to the document. If I want to see how to disable and enable my work notifications, just click on this. It will take you to one document of Oracle document detail. You can see the explanation over here. Just a help. Okay, so this is help icon. How to enable your help icon and all. Then the important thing in our setup settings and action is our setup and maintenance. Setup and maintenance is nothing but where we will configure our Oracle Fusion setups. Okay, everything can be done here. Okay, so manage configuration is about say for example, I've set up configured my test instance for my customer, and they also want to the setup in our dev instance, right? Usually in EBS, what we will do, we'll ask our DBA to clone, right? That is not required anymore. In cloud, we cannot ask our DBA to do. Only Oracle has the control. Oracle has to schedule a call and they have to clone. Instead of that, there one concept is called as manage configurations. In the manage configurations, sorry, in the manage configurations, we can download our configuration package and we can migrate our configuration package to a new instance. So what will happen? Whatever you configured in this instance will be available in your new instance also. So that option also Oracle Cloud has given. Now I'm navigating into setup and maintenance. Okay, setup and maintenance. See here, if you see about this particular page, Kamal, if you see this particular page is called as complete page is called as functional setup manager. It is called as FSM, functional setup manager. That is our functional setup manager, means where we will set up everything. Now my offering, this is called as offerings. My offerings is in compensation management. I have to change my offerings to financial management. Okay, why I can see more offerings means there's a demo instance. They have enabled the every offerings. That's why it is there. I'm navigating to my financial offerings. Under this financial offerings, I can see all my setups. Or either you can do it in two ways. One, there is a search task. If you want to do your primary ledger setup, just type your primary ledger, click on search. It will take you to the primary ledger setup. Okay, it took you to the primary ledger setup, and accordingly in the functional area, it is selected your general ledger module also, functional area also, right? So this is one way if you know. Otherwise, if you doesn't know, you can navigate through this type also. How I will tell you. See, legal structure. What is legal structure of an organization? The legal entity setup, the legal reporting unit, legal registration, all those options I told, right? That will be available here. When I click on this, here all those options will be, you can see this setups here. Okay, and show there is more setups. This is required setups, and there is all task also there. If you click on all tasks, more options you can see. This is about using your functional setup manager like this in each and every functional area. What is financial reporting structure? Our enterprise structure is this, what I have explained here. This is our enterprise structure. Financial reporting structure is our chart of account, right? We have to decide what is my financial reporting structure. I want to have a department in my chart of account. All those things will be decided. So that's why it's called as functional area as financial reporting structure. Inside that, you can see your setups. You can navigate through this also. Okay, so this is about using your functional setup manager. Okay, in detail when we are doing the setups, we will see for all those modules it will be available here. If I, for example, if I want to do my setup for fixed asset, means I just want to click on my fixed asset. This all my required task, the same task. If you see in EBS also, the same task is available here. Your value set, flex field, system control, locations, everything will be available. This is about navigating to your setup and maintenance basic setup and maintenance functional setup manager. Okay, and one more thing is that, like, it is generally called as global search. Okay, some tasks will not be available in your functional setup manager. Like for an example, there is a profile option called administrative profile option. That administrative profile option will not be available. There is a concept called global search. If you, I'm selecting the offering and searching my criteria, right? When I'm selecting compensation, when I'm typing for asset location, it will not be available. But in global search, it is global. All the tasks will be available here. So it is generally a global search across the module. Everything, all the tasks you can search here. For example, I want to search my administrative profile option. Just you can give your thing. It will list you all the tasks and business objects, everything here. You can navigate. Okay, navigate and do your setups. This is one way, and that is also other. Usually, functional setup is manager is recommended to do your setups. Clear, come on. This is a basic touch and feel of our Oracle Fusion. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Okay. So just a small look back. Navigator, Springboard, our home page, bookmarks, our watch list, our work list, and our settings and actions. So this is about it. Okay. So one more thing. We have seen our dashboards, right? And one more thing is available in Fusion. It is called as Infolets. Let me navigate into invoice. These small square shaped boxes there, right? These are called as infolets. You can either see this information in your payable dashboard also, or you can come to your infolets and click on your infolet. Your information will be available. For example, this is recent. You can change recent 24 hour. What is my last 24 hours? What are my recent invoices? Recent invoices, or you can change this option. Then what all invoices pending in hold, normal validation hold, purchasing hold, or any other hold you can see here. What all in my approval, what are things waiting on my approval. See, you can see the whole reasons also here. So this is about infolets. And what are things pending on my approval, others pending on others. If you want to click on this, you will see the which all approvals pending on others. And prepaid, what all my prepaid invoices I have entered. It is saying there is prepaid invoices. Every list can be, you can export this also. So these general things are called as infolets. Okay, so this is about infolet, and each and every module, if you navigate, you can see your infolets. Okay, this is about AP infolets. Let me shortly show you receivable infolets. This is billing, and this is receipts. This is transaction, what we will do right in here. This is our receipt transactions. Okay, let me go to into billing first. In infolets are available in a different way. It's above, it is there. Here it's left side, it is there. What are transaction in incomplete? What are my approval? What are recess? What are my prior periods informations? All those things. Prior period pending adjustment numbers and import expression. When you are trying to import it, if there is any error through import, what are the import exceptions? I can see overview over here. So all those things can be said. There is 601 import, unprocessed line order. If you click on this, it will import, run an import program. All those things you can see here. This is called as infolets. Okay. Okay, you have seen Springboard, Navigator, setup and maintenance, infolets, and there is one more option called this. If you point your cursor here, it is called as task. In general, we will call this as task pane. Pane. Task pane. Okay. If you click on this, you can see your task, create transaction or credit my transaction or manage transaction, auto invoice line I will explain you, and then approve adjustment. What are task has been I have access, I can see here. This is called as generally called as task pane. You can remember this option called as task pane. Okay, it quite order to keep remembering everything in a day. Going further when we are discussing about this, you will remember this task pane. Okay, then this is search. This search here, you can go either into manage transaction and search your invoice, or you can come here and just put your number and search it. This is a magnifier option we will call. You can search quick search. This is generally called as quick search. Okay, then this one is called as report and analytics. Okay, in Oracle Cloud, we see, if you remember in EBS, we will go to and each and every module we'll go to request and submit a request, and we'll see our reports, right? The same option also available in our cloud, but it is not as per each and every module will not have a request option like EBS. Submit a request, and if you go to AP and try to submit a receivable, it won't available in EBS. But here the case is different. It is a single option called schedule process. I will show you next. Before that, This one will take you to a complete new page called as be a publisher page. Okay, there where the technical persons will work, create their data model, create their report. All those things can be done there. Okay, so here you just this is a just navigation option too. If I click on this, expand this. If I want to click my, let me click on any of the report. If I want to see my billing history report, if I click on this, this will take you to the your be a publisher page and you can see your reports. Okay, this is one of the shorter quick search navigation of your report. Otherwise, there is other navigation also. Go to your report section and you can see your report. Okay, that's it about this task pane magnifier and report analytics. Okay, and next one is I want to show you the schedule process. It is called a schedule process. It is called as if I correctly remember, request, right? Submit a request, something option will be there in EBS. Here now it is changed. It is called as scheduled processes. So if you click on scheduled processes, here where you can schedule your like create accounting, or you want to run any aging report, or you want to post your assets, or you want to import your AR transaction, everything can be done in a single page scheduled processes. Okay, we can do it everything here. This is the difference between EBS to cloud. Okay, and you know how to schedule a program like 5 minutes once or a day once. We can schedule. We will see in that also that option. Everything can be done here itself. Okay, that's it about schedule processes. And then, as I told, there is a one more navigation called report and analytics. We will navigate into this report and analytics. We can see each and every reports. So this, see, whatever I'm showing now, it is not the end of this session. Each and everything will have an elaborate session, like how to schedule a report. You can remember that. Just I'm showing you how this fusion look and touch feel it is, and how this fusion generally works. Okay, this one it is called as security console. Here where we can assign our role to your user or our customer's role, user roles, analytics, what all certificates have been imported, all those options we can see here. This is about our security console. Okay, that's it. Moreover, this is an overview of our Oracle Cloud, the differences between our Oracle Cloud and EBS. Okay, come on.
That's good.
Okay, so okay, let me basically show you what all setups we have in general ledger module, right? What will be covered and all. Let me show you here. Basic setup. We will start with our chart of account value sets. If you remember in EBS, there will be value sets. Under the value sets, we will create a values, correct? Here, there will be quite difference. We have to create our structure. It is also available in EBS. This will be quite different structure and your structure instance. We will see in detail how to do your chart of account setup, and then cross validation rules. Currencies, calendar, currencies is be standardly provided by Oracle. It's a seeded informations. Accounting calendar, daily rates, our legal address, legal entity, legal reporting units. There is a new concept called reference data sets. It is very it will be very difficult to understand. Honestly, I'm saying it will be quite difficult to understand, but that is one of the key concept for like accessing. For example, to provide the access to the user, see, you may provide your user accounts payable manager, and you may provide your user access to Mumbai and Chennai also, but some transaction types or some payment terms or some depreciation methods in asset should not be seen by this user, should not can be seen by other user. This kind of detailed security options can be handled in this reference data set option. Okay, we'll see detail on this, how to handle this, how to do that. All those we will see. These are the general setups. There will be in in remember in EBS chart of accounts value you will load with the help of data loader, right? Here that is not required. We can load it through spreadsheet, and we can load it through flat file option also. It is there. Okay, I will tell you a very interesting option. This is just a notepad with a pipe separator. Let me show you how it will look. It is a no, either you can do it with a notepad, or you can load it with your CSV also. Okay, it is opening. There will be pipe separator option. The pipe separator, you can use a pipe separator option just to load your values. In chart of account, at least we have an option to, in Oracle Cloud itself, we have an option to load through spreadsheet. Okay, but in if you remember in asset and all, we don't have option, right? Nothing to load. If you want to create locations, or your major category will be less values, but minor category will have more values. So in minor categories, thousands, 2000 will be there. Usually they load some data loader, right? Here it is not required. We can prepare this file using this pipe separator options, and I will tell you how to prepare. This is not an absolute manual thing. We have to do some changes in our laptop, and we can change a normal file to a flat file. This is called as flat file. Okay, when you use flat pipe separator, it is called as flat file. We'll tell you, we'll cover how to load this. We have to prepare this and how to load this, and other auto reversal options. All those general options will be covered in our general ledger module. Next, okay. So one more option, one more enhancement is available in our Oracle Cloud. See, for example, Kamal, do you have loaded any AR or AP invoice through data loaders?
Yes, I have done it.
Yeah, you've done it, right? Usually the program will be created by our technical persons,
Yeah,
and they will provide, either we have to provide a prepared sheet to them, or they will you have to provide a prepared sheet to your database administrator. The database administrator will place in a server in a path, and you have to run a program. It will call, right? And
correct.
if anything went error and stuck in interface, again we have to go to technical person and ask them. You have to open the interface table, and you have to see what is the error, and they will truncate the table again, and you will understand what is the remaining thing. You have to put a VLOOKUP with the Excel, remove the loaded things, and put the remaining things, and you corrected things, and you have to load the big process. Now it is completely enhanced in our Oracle. Okay, basically there are two different option of loading data into our Oracle Cloud. I will tell you what are the two different options. Okay, one, it is called as ADFDI. You can remember this. ADFD, it is called as Application Development Framework Desktop Integration. Okay, it is part of Oracle Development Framework, integrates with the MS Excel, Microsoft Excel, to load the data into cloud. What it says means very simple. I will tell you what all ADFD options are available. So in here, go to task pane. You can see everywhere create invoice from spreadsheet. If I click on this, what it will happen? It will download one nice Excel to your laptop. You can save this Excel, and if you open that Excel, it will ask your login for your Oracle Fusion automatically. There is a software to be installed. We'll tell you that one automatically. So what will happen? Your Excel will be integrated in lively. It will integrate with your Oracle Cloud. And what when you go into a manage, see, for example, I'm going to create invoice. When you click on your drop down of your business unit, the what all business unit you have configured and you have access will be available in the list of values, right? You understood what is list of values. So list of values, right? The same way, your Excel is now connected to your Oracle Cloud, and the what all list of values, what all my supplier list of values you are able to see in your Oracle Cloud. You can see that it also in your Excel also. Okay, so if this available in your Excel also, in your Excel you can load, select thousands of invoices, and you can load. That is called as ADFDA, which is integrating, which will speak with your Oracle Cloud. They are communication, both are communication, and they will interact and they will load. Okay, this is one option. And and there is a restriction in this. Okay, there is a limit of recession. For example, 10,000 lines. I'm just saying an example, not an accurate thing. Don't take it at 10,000. Each and every one more thing, in Oracle Cloud, every quarter they will release an updates in Oracle Cloud. Okay, every quarter they will mention it as they will 22B, 22C. See, for example, in which year we are in? We are in 2022, right? So the first quarter, they Jan, Feb, March, they will mention it as 22A. Second quarter 22B, third quarter 22C. So we are currently in 23C. We are crossed sorry, June, right? We are continuing 22B. In July 22 will be released. So every enhancement will come. Why I'm saying enhancement, why I told it now means, previously I remember AP invoice ADFDI has restriction of loading only 10,000 invoice lines. Maybe in each and every update they may increase that lines. Okay, that is not on fixed things. Okay, so ADFDI, there is a limitation of loading invoice. There is one more thing called as FBDI, file based data import. Okay, this is nothing but, this will not speak with your cloud. There's no connection to speak with your cloud. Okay, the same thing what you have done in EBS, we will do the same in EBS also, Fusion also, without technical help and without database help. You are giving a file to your database administrator to put it to the server. Instead of that, you can navigate into the cloud itself. You can directly do a simple setup, a simple navigation, and attach your file to your database, put it in a proper server, proper navigation path, and then there will be a program called, one program is the general program, I will tell you, load interface file for import. The name itself says load your interface file for the import, right? You can load that interface file program and select your file and load. What will happen? The Excel file data will be taken and put it in your interface tables, right? Then there will be one more program to load into your base tables, so that if you run the program, it will load into base tables. The one more, this is an enhancement. You don't need DBA, you don't need technical. Completely we can handle it. And one more enhancement, a very nice enhancement is there. What does that means? You are loaded, it got stuck with error. You doesn't go to technical, or you doesn't need to write any query to see your interface table and all. Just you can see one option. I will tell you in each and every model this option. Correct import error, one option will be there. If you select, click on this, it will download you another Excel. This Excel will also speak to your system. This is also called as ADFDI. That Excel will help you create data into your base tables, right? This Excel will open and will give you information, complete things whichever available in your interface table. So anything you got error, you can open the simple Excel. For example, immediate payment term you are given in application, immediate payment term was fully capital letters, and but in your thing you are given a small letter. That is a problem. It won't load. It will say invalid payment term. You can go to the payment term column, which is clean, just an Excel. Go to the payment column, change that, import it again. It will import. So that interface correct errors is beautifully available. We can play with that. Okay, this is one more option. That's it about our basic session today. This enterprise structure we are seeing, financial structure going forward. Tomorrow sessions we'll see in detail what are the chart of accounts. We'll explain the financial structure, and we'll do the setup in the application also. We'll tell you how to do in the application. And today what we covered is our basic look, touch and feel about our Fusion. What are the enhancement and what are the additional features you have in cloud, the difference between the EBS and cloud we have seen today. Any doubts in today's session? Come on.
Nothing.
Sorry?
No doubts as of now.
Fine. Usually we do not get much doubts today, because we are going further in doing in setups. Get more thing to get interacted, and we'll have more new learnings also. Okay. So thanks for the joining session today. Let's meet up tomorrow with some more folks also.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jagdishan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.